Hello YouTube. This is going to be a quick video on how to identify and replace a bad AC or DC adapter. So, I'm making this video because this plug that I'm holding right here, which came off my aquarium over there, the LED light on top, which is very thin, so you probably can't see it. Oh, there you go. But this went bad, and so I had to just replace it. So, a lot of people don't know that you could just buy an AC adapter with the right voltage and amps and it will work. So let's take a closer look at this one. If you notice, it says input 100 to 240 volts AC, 0.6 amps max, 50 to 60 hertz. And it says output 12 volts, 2 amps. Okay, those are the numbers that we want to look at first, because you want to know what you need for voltage and amps to replace. Okay, so when you're going to buy a new AC adapter, and they're really cheap, I bought mine on eBay to replace with this one. That's why the light's working over there. But the first thing you want to look at is the output. You need a 12 volt DC output. Okay, and it's DC because we're dealing with LEDs here, and LEDs work with DC. And it said 2 amps. Okay, so you're going to search for a 12 volt DC 2 amp power supply. The secondary thing is this diagram right over here, which has negative and positive, and it has like a C with a dot in the middle of it. That tells you the polarity. Now, the positive means that the center pin on the end of this, the center of that, is where the positive voltage is. And the outside of it, around here, is the negative. Alright, because some power supplies will have it the other way. They'll have the negative on the inside pin and the positive on the outside. So once you know that information, unlike any type of power supply, you know you're pretty good. Remember that in America, our electricity coming out of the wall is basically 120 volts. So this is good for even European. It's just that it's Europeans, I think a lot of countries use 220 volts. So when I bought the new power supply, mind you, it looks different, which doesn't matter as long as it can plug into the wall. It says AC 100 to 240 volts, 0.8 amps. Now, if you notice, this one said 0.6 amps max, but we don't have to worry about that because we're just worried about the output, okay? We just want to make sure that it will use 120 volts and turn it into DC 12 volt 2 amps. And I also made sure that the positive was on the inside of the pin and the negative was on the outside. That is why that plug will work for my LED lights on my aquarium to replace it. And it's all set. So again, you can use this information for any type of plug that you need replaced. You just have to know that information, and you can just type it into eBay, find it, and buy a new one. If you're going to use a lot of LED lights, you might want to go with more than 2 amps, but again, I just went with what was the power supply from before. And I hope this helps anyone that needs to replace their AC or DC adapter.